Welcome to Simply Liminal. My name is Stacy. This is my daily 2-card reading for Tuesday, April 9th, 2024. I am using the Liminal Forest Oracle for this week's readings. It came to me just in divine timing because I wasn't sure what deck I was going to use right up to the last minute, and it arrived via the universe through the mail, and I am grateful for it. So I ordered this deck as soon as I seen it on pre-order. Of course, I love liminal spaces, which is why I named my channel Simply Liminal, but this deck by MJ just felt like it was calling to me, and it has been beautiful so far, full of interesting artwork and messages, and I'm been very happy with it. So MJ says in the guidebook that the liminal forest is a tool for navigating your inner landscape. It is a path to self-discovery. Whoops, that just jumped right out. And that was interesting. There was 3 cards there. I'm just going to use the bottom 2. I don't know what that's about. And I'm going to set this other one over to the side, just in case we need some clarification today. I don't know. I just feel like that's the message that we have today. So I am going with it. The cards don't usually drop out of the bottom of the deck for me. So we shall see. All right. So as always, I do a 2-card reading for these daily readings, which looks at the energy of the day, and then which is the force that's directed towards us, towards the universe or our environment. And we just had the solar eclipse yesterday, and we're still in the eclipse portal, and we've got all this energy going on. And then we have the focus, which is our intention, effort, or response that we put back into that energy. Because ultimately, we're co-creating with spirit and the universe, and we make choices on how we proceed. And so that is what we have here. As always, I open a circle of light and love and protection around myself and this reading. And that extends to anyone who watches this reading, no matter when it is going to be. Today, tomorrow, next week, next year. So I also call in my spirit guides and guardians to help me hopefully be a clear channel for this information. And sometimes those spirit guides and guardians spit some cards out of the deck. Now, yesterday I did an extra reading with a different deck. And today, I've just been given 3 cards. So I'm kind of curious what's going on over here. Maybe we're going to need a clarification card. I don't know. All right, let us look at the energy that we have going on today. Procrastination. This could be my middle name. It's not, but it could be. I have the best of ideas and then have a hard time following through about a lot of things. And there's reasons for that, of course. Shadow work can reveal some of those things to us. But so procrastination card shows us an owl on a stump. There is a strawberry here. The owl has a mouse in its talons, and there is another mouse kind of reaching up to get to either to help with the mouse or to help with get the strawberry. The energy of procrastination is interesting. Sometimes we procrastinate because we're afraid. Sometimes we procrastinate because we don't believe in ourselves. Sometimes we procrastinate because we don't think that what we do is going to be appreciated by the people around us, or maybe that they will not like the path that we're taking, and so we procrastinate. And sometimes it's also easier to stay in a cycle we're in than to break out of that cycle and do something new. So sometimes it takes courage to break out of procrastination. Let's see what MJ says about this card. It's interesting knowing that we had the eclipse yesterday with all the energy and things that it brought to us. Crazy things in some cases, and sometimes people don't even notice, things. That's the beauty of us being individuals. So it says here, procrastination often gets mislabeled as laziness. People may say that you need to try harder or you're distracted. You aren't putting in the work, but the roots of this behavior can be much deeper and more complex. At times, the issue lies not in the lack of effort or motivation, but in the haziness of our end goals. When our vision of the finish line is obscured, uncertain, or not well defined, it's challenging to muster the enthusiasm or direction needed to reach it. Moreover, the journey towards our goals is fraught with fears and insecurities. The possibility of reaching the summit of our ambitions only to find that someone else has already claimed our coveted spot can be a daunting thought. It raises the fear of wasted effort and the pain of seeing our dreams preempted by others. Many of us do this with our health. If we could imagine that completing a task, such as going to the doctor, will open the door to bad news, or a significant discomfort, fear can keep us from making that appointment, let alone going. It says, additionally, there's anxiety in realizing that success doesn't always equate to fulfillment. Oh, that's interesting, isn't it? Like maybe we're going to work so hard on something and then we realize it's not what we wanted. And so we procrastinate because we fear that. The concern that upon achieving our goals, we might find ourselves feeling undeserving or recognizing a gap in what we thought would bring satisfaction can be paralyzing. It's a fear of reaching the apex only to discover why we are still missing something, that we are still missing something vital, something that we genuinely need to complete us. These fears and uncertainties are often at the heart of procrastination. The next time you find yourself putting aside a project or putting off something that you know needs to be done, ask yourself, is laziness keeping you from finishing your task, or is it something deeper? So that is interesting. And again, I talked about how procrastination, because I have this issue and I have done a lot of work about it and I'm getting better, but I still have more work to do, can really cause us to feel stymied for a lot of reasons. And so it's interesting that this is the energy we have today after the huge shift of the eclipse. So let us look at our focus card. We have creativity. So that's interesting. The balance, a procrastination really is creativity. This is a beautiful card. We have two crows here. We have some butterflies. We have flowers. They are in a bower. And it just feels light and airy and free. And creativity is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful energy. And so to combat this energy of procrastination, we are going to allow ourselves to be creative, and we are going to allow ourselves to dream and come up with plans and paths. And hopefully we're going to allow ourselves not just to be creative and dream, but to cycle through and follow through with our creativity. So what she says here is take inspiration from that quirky, imaginative bower who uses creativity to attract a mate. You may need to infuse a distinctive personal flair to effectively capitalize on this opportunity. This unique imprint is more than just a signature. It reflects your inner vision and character. Your originality is a powerful instrument in this process, setting you apart in a sea of uniformity. This is not just about being different, but authentically expressing who you are. This creative expression lets you connect with others deeply, resonating with their needs and desires and aspirations. The blend of authenticity, the blend of authenticity and innovation is a key in a world where opportunities are often fleeting and competition is intense. This is talking about fleeting opportunities over here. So here we go. Everything just works so much in line. By leveraging your unique talents and insights, you create solutions and ideas that are not only innovative, but also deeply aligned with your personal ethos. Your efforts are instrumental in attracting and creating new possibilities. Now is the time to channel your inner bower bird. So, wow. I mean, this is the energy of procrastination is hanging all over this day. And the way we're going to chase it away, shake it off, is by allowing ourselves to be creative. And now, even more so, I am interested in this third card that just fell out of the deck. And I don't think I've done this on any of my readings. I don't think I've asked for a clarification card at all. But I am going to look at this as a clarification or for further guidance card and see what we have here. We have the common ground card again, which is interesting. This came up to us earlier in the week, and it is beautiful. I talked about how in the world we've kind of lost our ability to have common ground. It's hard to even talk to people if you feel like their opinions are going to differ. You don't want to hear that. You don't want to create some sort of block between you in conversation. And we need to get back to that place in the world where we can talk to people. We can share the fact that we have different opinions, but it doesn't make them a bad person. It doesn't make me a bad person. And we need to find common ground where we can all compromise. And so maybe that's the way to combat procrastination with creativity, is finding a way to bring ourselves back to common ground. Let's just look quickly at what MJ wrote about this. Since the card was presented to us, I feel I'd be doing a disservice if I didn't look into its message. She says, in today's deeply divided world, the vast chasm separating our beliefs can make even the simplest acts of coming together, such as sharing a meal or planning a project, seem daunting. We often find ourselves living, working, and interacting with people whose values and ideas starkly contrast from our own, to the point where it's astonishing that we inhabit the same planet, let alone the same community. It really does feel like that sometimes. It really does. And I'm sure other people feel the same way. Yet I can't help but recall, without sounding too old, the days when engaging in dialogue with those holding opposing views was not only possible, but enriching. Despite never swaying to one side or the other, we found commonality in the substance of spaces of agreement, lubricating the gears of progress with other areas. Finding common ground is an invitation to discover these universal themes and interests that transcend our differences, allowing us to see past what divides us and focus on what unites us. It is not about compromising your truths, but opening the door to collective problem solving. By concentrating or sharing objectives or interests, we pave the way for cooperative efforts to devise solutions everyone can endorse. This approach not only fosters unity, but also encourages the emergence of creative solutions that may remain unseen from a solitary viewpoint. This is so interesting that these cards just fell out of the deck. I absolutely believe it was meant to be, of course. So we have the energy of procrastination today. We have a lot that needs to be fixed in our society. We have a lot of things that need to be fixed in our countries, in our governments, even in our smaller work environments. And we procrastinate on that because we are afraid that we can't fix the problem. We're worried that it can never change. And so we avoid even trying to shift it because we don't want to fail, because it's so important. The answer is creativity for us. Allow ourselves to reach deep into our soul and find creative ways to help fix this problem. And in doing so, I believe the message here is that we can find common ground, we can heal, and we can move forward. Not everyone's going to be 100% happy, but we can still find ways to manage together, move forward. This, I believe, is the gift of this eclipse. And I'm so curious to see how things play out in the days and weeks and months to come. I hope you found this reading helpful. I hope you've connected with it in some way. I feel very, very touched by this message today, and I'm really going to spend a lot of time thinking about it. I would love to hear any questions or comments you have about the reading. I would love any likes that you have for the reading. Please subscribe to my channel. Please share these videos so I can help these messages grow and spread to other people, and so we can all learn that there are messages to us, and they come to us through things like these oracle cards. Spirit is talking to us. Our soul is talking to us. Our divine creator is talking to us, and it's giving us these messages and trying to help us fix things for the better of everybody. My name is Stacy. Thank you for visiting Simply Liminal with me. Have a wonderful day.